Once the polymerization is complete, we will have to apply a bandage contact lens. Bandage contact lens is important because it will prevent the irritation which the glue causes, and this will allow that the glue stays there for longer period. Otherwise, there will be loosening of the glue because of the movements of the eyelids, and once the glue loosens before the healing, we will have to reapply the glue. So, it is very important. Bandage contact lens is essential. You can see bandage contact lens is there. I will be showing a video of corneal perforation and how to manage this corneal perforation with corneal glue. We have used cyanoacrylate tissue adhesive in this patient to seal the corneal perforation. Now, corneal perforations are very important to diagnose. In this patient, we can see a dark point in the center of the grayish area. So, in the grayish area, there is infiltration, there is epithelial defect, there is keratolysis, and there is corneal perforation in the center. We can see some of the radial folds of the Descemet's membrane, and these radial folds, they indicate, you can see they now they have become very clear. So, these radial folds, they are indicating that the perforation is there, and we have to do the epithelial debridement in this patient. Corneal epithelium surrounding the ulcerative cornea need to be debrided. The reason being that if we do not debride that cornea, then the glue or the cyanoacrylate will adhere to the epithelium only, and once it adhere to the epithelium, the moment the epithelium will become loose, the CTA plug will also become loose and the healing may not be there. So, in this case, we are removing the corneal epithelium with the 26 gauge needle, and this is very easy. You can scrape the corneal epithelium and remove that epithelium, denude that stroma in the area surrounding the corneal ulceration, because the perforation in the is there in the center of the ulcerating area. You are also seeing a necrotic material in the center of that ulcerating area surrounding the perforation. There is a necrotic material there. So, once we remove the epithelium, then we will remove that necrotic material also. See, now we are trying to remove, we are removing that necrotic material also, because we will have to remove that, otherwise the glue will not properly seal the perforation in presence of this necrotic material. So, we are removing the necrotic material, but at the same time we are taking care not to increase the size of the, you can see that this is the necrotic material we have removed. Now, that has become separate. So, we have taken all the precautions not to increase the size of perforation during the removal of necrotic material, because that sometimes happens, that if you have a very thin area surrounding the perforation, only Descemet's membrane or very little stroma on the Descemet's membrane, then your perforation may get extended and you may be in a trouble. So, if that is there, you have to take extreme cautions not to allow that increase in the size of the perforation. So, now we have removed, now we are removing the epithelium also in the area where we have earlier not removed the epithelium. So, that process need to be, we have to complete that process. It is always better to be slow in this one rather than doing it fast and then getting some unnecessary problem. So, Now we are trying, and we are trying to see how far. This is the, you can see the edge of the epithelium. We have removed the epithelium, and edge you can see, and we are using cellulose sponge to make it dry. It's very essential. We need to remove little bit more on this side, and we want to be very sure that there is no epithelium there in the area. Proper application of cyanoacrylate tissue adhesive is essential to seal corneal perforation. Some of my colleagues, sometimes they say they are not getting that good results with the cyanoacrylate tissue adhesives. The problem is there may be somewhere some problem in application only, and sometimes I see patients of corneal perforations where large amount of glue has been applied. So, you do not have to do that thing. You have to be very meticulous in application, and you have to apply a minimum quantity of the glue that is required for to seal the perforation. If you apply excessive glue, it is going to spill over to the corneal surface, and finally it may become loose, and the corneal perforation may not get sealed. So, we have to take the cyanoacrylate tissue adhesive into the syringe, like we have already taken into the syringe, and we have to form a very small drop. Like in this patient, you see the drop, we have formed that drop, and now this drop will be applied onto corneal perforation after drying. Now, we are drying it, and the moment it is dry completely, we will apply this drop there. And that is the key is that you dry it and then apply it. That is the important thing. You see, this is, we have applied the, once it was dry, we applied it, and you can see that now the extra tissue adhesive which was there, we have taken care with the cellulose sponge, and very thin layer of tissue adhesive is there, and now we are waiting. We have to wait for the drying of the tissue adhesive plug, because this will polymerize on coming in contact with OH ions, and the polymerization will take around say 30 to 45 seconds, and once the polymerization is there, then we can confirm it, or we can complete it by putting a drop of antibiotic, so that no area of tissue adhesive is there which has not been polymerized. You can see very nicely the tissue adhesive plug is formed, and this plug is sealing the corneal perforation. At the same time, now we are checking for the any fluid coming out. Now, if there is a leak, we will get a droplet, micro droplet somewhere through that leak, but we are not getting any micro droplet which can be indicative of the drop. Once we were sure that yes, it has sealed it properly, we just applied one drop of antibiotic solution just to be complete the polymerization part. So, this patient had now sealed corneal perforation, and AC has anti-H chamber has now started forming.
PrepClinic. Dream Beyond.